Awesome. Hey everyone. Thank you so much for coming today. And we are here with Shwetank, right, who runs Let's Go, right, a very interesting platform to help e commerce brands, right. So I'll let Shwetank speak more about that. Today's agenda for us will be to look at what should be done to fix your conversion rates on your e-commerce store. There's been a lot of learnings that we have seen over the last few months, right? So we wanted to share all of that with you. So Shwetank, take the stage.
Thank you so much, Ashish. Welcome, everybody. This is an awesome community that we stumbled upon. I would say you do stumble upon some rare good things on the internet and, and LinkedIn. So glad we did. And it's been a few months that we're part of this community. A lot of learnings, very focused e-commerce, D2C. Everybody eats, drinks, sleeps D2C, and that's the best part of it, right? So um, thank you for having me. I'm the founder and CEO of Kui, and we are a new kid on the block. Let me put it that way. That's why we have to do a lot of learning, a lot of catching up by a lot of big players in the market. But the good part is the industry is growing like crazy, and there is a market which is expanding, the pie is increasing, use cases are getting narrowed down, niche sectors and industries are coming up, etc. So there's a lot for everybody to learn and a lot for everybody to offer, and Kui wants to deliver conversion optimization at the end of it, and the way we do it is pretty different. I'm going to talk about it a little bit later, but let's go dive into why you are here, and majorly on the New Year resolutions that we should all take together as e-commerce sector guys, and hopefully get some conversions more and delight the customers. So let me see if I can share my screen. Uh, sorry, just a second. All right, so just allow me. All right, everybody can see my screen? All right,
Yep.
perfect. So guys, we are all D2C. We are e-commerce, trillion-dollar economy, trying to sell the coolest stuff in the market to everybody around. And I think from a e-commerce perspective, right, we are the brand, right? We are the product, we are the differentiators. That's why we need to be like a lion, going there, catching the market, getting the market share, trying to differentiate ourselves from the other herd and community, and at the end delivering the delight to the customer after they use our product, right? So I think the mission of D2C and e-commerce is all common for all of us and embedded in our DNA. It is FIFA season, and as a founder, like you are as well from the community, I try to find learnings in everywhere. And when you're running a startup, invariably you do find connections with everything around in your daily life, with your company, with your product, with your solution, right? So let me try and address the biggest elephant in the room for e-commerce, and this is the basis why Kui as a company was established. Is most of the guys here on the call and everybody else that I have met, they absolutely focus on acquisition. You need to acquire your customer, you need to do digital marketing, you need to do ad optimization, social media marketing, etc., etc. Right? Everybody wants the best creative, best message out there on the best channel for people to go and get enticed from and say, hey, I might like this product, I might like to try it. Whether it's a TikTok or an Instagram or a Facebook, you need to go ahead and bring that traffic on to your channel. That can be a mobile app, can be a website, can be a Shopify store, etc. But what typically happens, and this is where our experience comes into play and why we created Kui as well, is we the founding team kind of worked in 80 different countries. And our normal journey used to be create a product, a mobile app, or a website. Spend money to acquire customers. So bring them to your traffic, bring them to your website. And then after 3 months, again, realize that, hey, nobody's using it. Nobody's buying it. And the fact of the matter is, globally, when you spend money to bring 100 customers to your website or mobile app, less than 3% of them actually buy from it. Right? And that's the 3% conversion we talk about. So the marketing funnel is completely broken. And a lot of times customers think that you need to spend more and more money so that this 100 will increase to 1,000, maybe to 10,000, and that 3% what you're doing will just help you generate more revenue, more sales, and help you survive in the business. But that's not the case. In fact, having this high cost of acquisition and low conversion rate is one of the biggest reasons why 90% of e-commerce companies don't survive, because they need to focus also on the other side, is how and what to do once the customer has actually landed on your website. You need to personalize, you need to engage, you need to retain, and you need to focus on repurchases. So more than 50% of sales actually come from 90% of your consumers. That basically means if the customer has bought once, what do you do to make sure that they buy again? Did they like the product? Did they like the shipping? Is there a feedback? Is there something you can improve? And that's where we talk about the 3% conversion rate that you have right now. And if you add the personalization, engagement, retention on your digital channels, you go ahead and double up your entire funnel. It's not that easy as it sounds, but we're going to talk about a lot of things here which will help you go ahead and do that. They have very simple basic steps, a lot of technology, a lot of platforms, a lot of AI and cool stuff now in the market to look at everything to bring those automations and drive results. So let's go down and start that in the new year, you're not going to be the same you. Okay, that's what we need to first agree on. We are not just going to focus on acquisition. We are also going to pay, if not equal, at least due importance to engagement and retention. And that's what I want to start the whole conversation with. Okay. Because us as e-commerce industry and us as D2C brand owners, we have decided to go and list our product either on a Shopify or on Amazon, or either on an Amazon or an equivalent, or most of the other guys, and the way the trend is going right now, on a Shopify or a Wix or a WooCommerce. And the biggest power that we have by enlisting these products in our own infrastructure is the power of data. We understand what the customer is doing, what they want, how they buy, what they like. But data, I don't mean Google Analytics only, because it's easy and it's, of course, free to integrate with Google Analytics. But, how many e-commerce store owners really understand how to work with Google Analytics? Does it also learn by itself? Does it also feed into your system, etc.? Because data is not just data capture. It's about cleaning the data, interpreting results to it. That's where a lot of data modeling has come into place. Then applying the insights into every customer, and then also learning from it. So that's why for me, and I always say this, D2C always is direct to consumer, but it's also comes with data to consumer, because that's your responsibility to your consumers. All right. So let's start the resolutions, everybody. Let me open the chat in front of me as well in case something comes up. But so this is the New Year resolution time. I'm glad we're not talking on the 31st of December. No alcohol flowing here, so everybody is aware and they will remember. So if you guys agree with me, let's go and say, okay, take the resolutions together. So never will I ever not optimize my mobile and website. Very simple thing, really very common. But what we need is you to go ahead and look at your website on different devices, different website resolutions, etc., to make sure that it works fine. Again, a lot of results have come out after Black Friday, and one of them is about 72% of purchases on Black Friday on Shopify was done via mobile. Awesome number, right? And then you find people actually having some kind of notifications or some pop-ups which kind of cover your entire screen on mobile, not letting customers do the activity they really want, and they get annoyed and they're off. That one single or simple thing there can really, screw the entire customer experience, and they're never going to come back. And this is the money that you paid to actually bring them to your store. Money is lost, revenue conversions lost. So while you need to look at your UI UX, which is optimized for mobile and website, you also kind of need to look at a lot of tools available in the market to check on, the loading speed. There are a lot of tools available that kind of look at what is each element, video or an image that you add on your website, what's the size, what's the loading time. And believe me, just having that load time optimized can really show the customer your website much more faster, and does have a huge impact on how the conversions will flow. Okay. So never will I ever not optimize my website on mobile side. Hopefully you guys agree with this one. All right, time for the next one. Never will I ever not define email marketing flows. Again, as simple as it might sound, but every single action that a customer can do, there's a purchase, there's an add to cart, right? There is something which they like, but they didn't buy, abandoned cart. There's a feedback, or there's a seasonal greeting. Everything needs to be defined in a marketing automation flow. Don't do manual stuff, pulling out segments, databases, email IDs, trying to do these things by yourself manually, because that just leads to huge amount of problems at the end of it. The best is to go ahead and define all the use cases that you want, or you're launching some new offers on, some special campaigns. Go ahead and set those rules in place in whichever platform you're using, so that once you have them established, your customer will be reached out on email as well, also on your website. And that really helps in, again, bringing the brand value again and making them remind, where were they on the purchase flow on your website, and will help them again cross the line when needed. Right? Okay, let's go. Third one, guys. I hope you're liking my resolutions and you will join my party, right? Don't just leave me alone by myself. Never will I ever wait for the last minute to plan and run a campaign, because you scramble at the last minute. And because you work with different tools, having different kind of data, there's a CDP, there's an engagement platform, there's an email platform, WhatsApp marketing, etc. You go ahead and start doing mistakes if you do this. And also, if you run your campaigns, maybe let's say 1 week or 2 weeks before Black Friday or Christmas, the kind of advertising rates that you get are very expensive. Instead, plan it like 2 to 3 months in advance and start running the campaigns also, so that you can make the best of cheaper rates initially, which can again average out over a period of time. And there's a recall value, because a lot of times it's not just one ad enough, as you know that better than me. You need to be shown the product multiple times with different kinds of engagement, social proof, offers, and all the things, so that the customer can resonate with what's actually being offered. And maybe over 2 views or 3 views is something that they actually land on your website. So stop spamming in the last minute, just plan for things well in advance. And let's go to the next resolution with that. Never will I ever send anything generic. This is one of the most abused way to talk to your customer today, which really, really annoys them. So as we know, the whole COVID era, which was basically for me and a lot of others, my gateway to the world was a mobile phone. Right from shopping to looking at everything was inside that from that screen. And this led to a lot of demand of personalization from customers as well. Where I come from in the UK and European region, right, there's GDPR, where people now understand that brands even collect their data. And then they expect that in return, they would actually give them something personalized. I don't want to be given a shoe which I never want to buy, right? For me, I'm a male in this age, or I shop in a particular way. I never want to be given a handbag as a suggestion to buy. That used to be okay at some point of time. Now is really annoying. And 80% plus customers expect personalization by default. So why would you send me a text message, a WhatsApp, a pop-up, or email, or any other nudge for that matter, just generic? Please do not do that. Never will I ever take first and give later. This is a huge mind shift happening in an industry. And just put yourself in the shoes of the consumer, right? Let's look at D2C and e-commerce again. Let's look at shoes, right? There are maybe hundreds brands trying to sell you shoes. The differentiation between them is hardly visible, or even if it is, the customers don't understand. And even in that era where the attention spans are reducing every year and customers are spoiled by choices, discounts, and offers, can I still go and expect them to say that, hey, give me your phone number or give me your email ID and I'm going to give you a 10% discount when the next time you come and buy? Sorry, I've come to your website for the first time or the second time. I don't even know if I like something that you show or have on your website. Will I even buy? Or I will be given a 10% discount for something, where I don't even know what I want. And I don't know what does that 10% really means. You are not aiding the customer to buy. You're actually leaving them more and more confused. Don't take an email ID at this stage. Don't take a phone number at this stage. Try to take it later when the order is getting confirmed. I understand those are very important data points for a customer for interacting with them later. But do not do the mistake like this. When you show a notification when they come on your website or mobile app, right? Don't show a static 30% off. 30% off for what? Rather than show them something, this is the trending product I have on my website, or this is the top seller that I have, and people will instantly be able to connect with this, and then they have some kind of price point in mind, and then they see a 30% there, and eventually this can also be personalized for every user, based on the kind of platform that you use. And this simple and pretty much annoying pop-up, which is 3 to 5% conversions, because that is the time when people are looking to sign up and just get some discounts because it's holiday season. But if you improve it, the conversion rates are insanely high. All right, let's go further. Never will I ever try to sell without personalization. The days of trying to sell what I want to offer or I want to get out from my stock, and then something just because I cannot manage it more is really, really gone. One shoe doesn't fit all, no eggs all similar in the basket, etc. To understand what a customer was looking for, trying to find something similar, or trying to give them an offer of this particular product that they actually saw but didn't buy at an individual level is really what matters in the world of today. In an average house of 4, like all you guys live with families, right? Go ahead and bring in 4 people sitting together, even go to a restaurant, even sitting at home, you would give them like an Amazon, right? All of them would want different things. Their preferences will be different. Their needs would be different. Why would you actually go and then go and make a generic recommendation and offer to somebody? You have to personalize. Never will I ever not forget that I need to treat every customer uniquely. This is the most important aspect of CRO conversion. And this is where all the technology, all the AI, all the CDPs and everything get merged now, is how can I create those unique digital experiences for every customer at scale? And I think at Kui, personally, we have a very simple formula for it. So the product, which is a product recommendation, created with a discount or an offer, given what kind of process or stage you are in with that particular product and what is the price of the particular product. Then comes text. I'm sure everybody would have heard GPT-3, OpenAI, text personalization and text generation in the past couple of weeks on LinkedIn. And then where should this offer or where this pop-up or a notification or engagement should be sent to the customer? At what particular page? Where did they bounce? Did they actually go to add to cart, or were they before? And in terms of mobile app, etc., it's very important to send them notifications at the right time, because if we don't, it's treated like spam. Right? There is absolutely no prices for guessing that every day morning when most of us wake up, the first thing we do is to clear out our notifications, because I'm getting notifications of Just Eat or Uber at maybe 7 in the morning. It doesn't make sense. I've never taken a taxi at 7 in the morning. I have taken a taxi at 7 p.m. on Fridays maybe, and if I get a notification from that which is personalized to me at that particular time, the probability of me of thinking about Uber is zillion times higher. And today the technology actually exists for us to combine all these very important data points to create a lucrative offer for the customer in real time, which is one-to-one personalized. And that is exactly what the consumer of today is looking for. Never will I ever not deploy continuous learning. This is again a very important part of it. There was a funny LinkedIn post I saw a month back. It said that 80% of all the data analysis happens at the dark stack. And what's the dark stack? Dark stack is PowerPoint, Excel, Word, Slack, and all these kind of technologies that a lot of people and a lot of us use. The problem of all these stack is that when you collect data and you generate an insight, or maybe you find out what's working for your customers, etc., it doesn't go back to the platform so that the next time when you engage with your customer, it's improved or it's learned from it. It's very important to have a tool which intersects between all these layers and then completely learns from it. Otherwise, every single experiment and every single message that you're sending to your customer actually has a dollar value. And every single message that you deliver also gives you learnings worth some or the other incremental dollar value that you can actually bring in. You are firstly not able to generate any returns in revenue, and you're not able to improve. So you're losing on both ends. So continuous learning and a tool that automatically can do this, I think, is really a very important and a no-brainer for the world of today. So just wanted to give you guys quick heads up on what is Kui. So Kui is an AI-based low-code platform that integrates with any website, mobile app, on e-commerce stores like Shopify, etc. And what we do is we combine different machine learning algorithms, product recommendation, price, text personalization, where to deliver, what to do, how to show, etc. All this into creating a unique image which can be delivered as a notification for every single user at scale. So today's process is you have a Photoshop designer working on Canva maybe, and on average they create one image in 20 minutes, and then you come to some of the other platform that gives you, then you create segments, and humanly it's only possible to create finite segments. So you have 10 segments, 20 segments, and that person will create 20 images, 20 minutes for each, 200, the 400 in that ways. Kui creates a single image for every single user in 20 milliseconds. So that's why no more segments, it's one-to-one personalization, best product, best price, with text personalization delivered at the best place in their journey to maximize conversions. And we do this via generative AI, because there is the AI bot that actually will go and then create these image for them at scale for every single user based on their data. So the way we call it is intent-based creative automation to maximize what the customer is actually looking for. And my last resolution, what I've learned is never will I ever not ask questions. So guys, I'm going to open up to questions now, in case Ashish thinks is the right time to go and address them, to see what what the guys who know more about me from the subject think about this.